Alright, so in this next episode of Getting into Dental School 101, we're going to talk about the first step of deciding you're going to try to go to dental school. Right? So when you're applying to colleges, you're thinking about future careers and what you're going to major in. Of course, in order to go to dental school, the majority of dental schools in the United States still requires that you have a bachelor's degree, meaning you have to go to a 4-year university and obtain a bachelor's degree. So, if you are in high school about to apply to college and you think one day you might want to be a dentist, there's a few ways you can go. If you may not be ready for a 4-year university yet, or if you didn't perform the best in high school and you don't think you can get into a 4-year university, you can always start your journey off at community college. A lot of people go to community college as a midway point between high school and going to a university. There's a lot of benefits into going to community college. For example, some states will allow you to transfer and get a free education if you obtain an associate's degree. There's a lot of different avenues. I never went to community college, so I can't really speak on that. But what I do know is different dental schools have different rules about credits from community colleges. From what I've seen doing my own research, a lot of dental schools do allow that you take some prerequisites at community colleges, but they have a limit on credits. Some are 30, some are 60, whatever it may be. There are dental schools that require that all of your prerequisites are taken at a 4-year university. There are dental schools that don't care where your prerequisites were taken. So you just have to know about the school you're applying to, and I'll get into that more in a later video. So since I talked about those prerequisites, what does that mean? Prerequisites are the courses that dental schools require you to take in college before applying or matriculating to dental school. These courses typically include lower and higher level biology, lower and higher level chemistry, some sort of calculus, some sort of physics, biochemistry, etc. Again, these vary by the school, so it's important to know what the school that you're applying to or the schools that you are applying to require. And again, I will get into that more in a later video. In general, the safest way to go is to choose a biology major, as majority of the dental school prerequisites are major coursework that you need to graduate with that major anyway. However, you 100% do not have to be a biology major or even a science major to go to dental school. There are plenty of people that go to dental school after majoring in business, theater, whatever it may be. All that matters is that you take the prerequisite courses before applying to dental school. Again, there are still prerequisite courses that you can take after applying to dental school, but you need to have some plan to take those before starting dental school at that school if they require it. So when it comes to majors in college, we have seen in the video that I've done with Dr. Kasberg earlier this year that your major really does not matter. You do not get looked at better if you were a biology major or whatever it may be. Maybe some schools do, but at least to Dr. Kasberg, that does not matter. All that matters is that you take the prerequisite courses and you perform well. Of course, the better your GPA is, the better your science GPA is, the higher chances you have of getting into dental school. But if you did not perform the best in those courses, that's not the end of the road. And I'm a personal testament to that. And again, this is a topic that I'll talk about later in the video. So, the first step of getting into dental school is going to college, picking any major, and taking the prerequisite courses that are required for dental school. In general, you should be trying to take intro biology and some higher level biology courses, chemistry 1 and 2, organic chemistry 1 and 2, biochemistry, physics 1 and 2, and calculus 1 and 2. Most schools don't require all of that, but that's just a general basis of things you want to take in order to cover your bases at basically every school. There are other schools that require psychology course, like an intro to psychology course or an intro to sociology course. Not many schools require that, but you may want to look and see if the school you're applying to requires that. And there are a couple ways to do this. I'll talk more about it in a later video, but to make it short, you can either go straight to the school's website or look at the ADEA Dental School Explorer. Now, what else do you want to do in college? Well, you don't want to be straight to the books and that's it. You definitely want to get involved somehow. Extracurricular activities are important when applying to dental school because they're looking for well-rounded individuals, someone who's more than just the classroom and just the textbook. Dental school and being a dentist requires human interaction. It requires being able to manage patients. It requires being able to think critically. It requires being able to recruit and be social with your patients. So they want to see that you're more than just a textbook. I recommend getting involved in just a few extracurriculars that are really important to you. It doesn't have to be the pre-dental club, although that's a really good choice. It doesn't have to be anything like that, but get involved with something that you're passionate about, something that you'll stick with, and something that you can see yourself running for leadership within. So for example, when I was in college, I got involved in a few organizations: the Black Student Union, the Charles Drew Pre-Health Society, and Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. These were the main three things that I was involved in, and I played significant roles in each of them. In Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, I ended up being chapter president, and I ended up serving on the e-board on the Charles Drew Multicultural Pre-Health Society. So it looks good to schools that you pick some things and stick with them, and that you end up in a leadership role within them. A lot better than it would look if you just got involved in 15 different clubs and you were just a general member for all of them. Also, research is not required, but it does look good. If you do have a professor that you think you would like to have as a mentor, you would like to be involved in their research, maybe do some extra work at their lab, reach out to that professor and see if they have space for you. There may be an opportunity for you to learn doing research in their lab, possibly get a publication, etc. Research is definitely something that's helpful, but not required. In the next video, we'll start talking about volunteering and shadowing before going to dental school. What's important about it? How much of it do you need to do, and what do schools require, etc. So stay tuned for that video, and this is the end of part 2 of the Getting into Dental School 101 series. Peace.